Hi and welcome back to the channel. Today I am having a look at some of the new features in Arcade. So there's been an update to 2.6. So that intro was one of the new lines. Since I last did an Arcade video, which is about a year and a half ago, there has been about 11 new lines added. So I thought I'd go over some of them and give you a quick demo and see what they sound like, and then I will have a look at the new features later on. So that intro track was using the new Warehouse line, and it was the Transatlantic loop pack. Quite a nice mix of samples. So like I said, there's been quite a lot of lines added since I was last using Arcade, and one of the main ones, or the newest one, is Producer's Orchestra. So before they had an orchestral one called Overture, which was in collaboration with Spitfire Audio, which was one of the other best ones. So they've kind of expanded that kind of idea, and they've created one called Producer's Orchestra. And as you can see, it says versatile brass, strings and winds will elevate your tracks from acceptable to exceptional. And like I said, you can see there's 30 loop packs, and there's also 42 instruments. So you've got things like, you know, strings, winds, brass, flutes, small strings, brass, muted. There's absolutely everything that you could want to create an orchestral cinematic type track. We'll have a quick listen to Lush Strings Swell. So if you're not familiar with Arcade, I would recommend watching one of my previous videos going over how it works. But basically, you have 2 octaves of samples. So that's the lowest one there. So C2 to C4. And each key plays a different sample. And then the black keys are the modifiers. So if we click on that and go to edit, you can see what it is doing. It's a repeater. So you get different kind of variations there. The kind of DNA one is a resequence. So if you can see it will mix up that sample, and you can go in and change all these parameters as you want. So and then like I said, there's lots of other things you can go in, edit the sample. You've got modifiers, mixer, modulation, macros and playback. So like I said, you can do, I normally bump up the playback to the voice limit to 8, and you can leave legato off or put legato on and change the speed and what have you. And then you've got your macros. So your macros are these 4 controls. They're different depending on the pack, the loop pack. So this one is delay, verb, tone and phase depth, and you can just adjust these as you are playing. So like I said, the Producer's Orchestra is very, very nice, and I have done a track with that as well. So yeah, so that is the Producer's Orchestra. So the next new one is Shadows. Feed your dark side with aggressive morphing basslines and halftime beats with minimal rave elements. And there is 16 loop packs, 16 instruments, 242 samples. Claustrophobic, I can't really remember what all these sound like. So in this one you've got like pipe sweep, dirt, slinky echo and bandpass. If there is any drums and percussion, it's normally down at the C2. So and then it kind of gradually goes up to sort of effects at the kind of C4 end. And that kind of is quite common throughout all the packs. And like I said, this one's got a different set of macros. So we've got dark verb, and echo ramp. Riser. So there's a riser there. Like I said, the effects tend to be at that far end. So you've got some nice sequences. So you've got stereofy and wiggle. There's some good ones and then there's some fairly average ones. So like I said, we can I will preview a few of these, and for some reason it never really seems to keep the order that you want them in. And then you can just stop the preview there. So let's try all or nothing. Like I said, because there is quite a few, I'm not going to like go through them all at a great length. I'm just going to kind of show you quickly what they are like. And then the next one is Future Perfect. Stampede the status quo with chaotic beats, overblown bass, melodic guitars and distorted vocal effects. So this one's a bit better. And like I said, we've still got to go and sort by A to Z because it doesn't keep that, which is really annoying. So you've got 20 loop packs. And 24 instruments and God knows how many samples. 298 samples. We'll have a look at Almost Forever. So what have we got? Bright Verb, Vast Echo and Filter Sweep. And a muddy chorus. I'm assuming there's going to be a bass in here somewhere. There we go. Right, so that's not one of the best ones. Let's try another one. Let's try I Wish You Could Stay. Let's try Chirpy Bits and add some dirt. So yeah, so you get the idea of that one. So Warehouse is really good. That's one of the best ones. So I think the best ones are Orchestra, Shadows, Warehouse and Downtime. And I think Pressure's pretty good as well. And like I said, there's ARP, Pop Underground and Jukebox Vocals. So the last one I had downloaded back in whatever it was, 2021, was Brainwaves. Jukebox Vocals onwards is kind of the ones that I haven't used. And then it said that you got all the other older ones there, like Honey, Memento's one of the best ones, and also it just goes on. Overture, Drip is fantastic. So yeah, so you got all the old ones before that. So from kind of like probably 22 onwards, most of these are kind of new. And like I said, they do update them every so often, so there's always new ones coming in. There's about 4 or 5 out of these 11 that are pretty good. And like I said, Warehouse is one of the best ones. So you got 22 loop packs, 23 instruments, and let's see, 330 samples. So like I said, I'm not going to look at the instrument side of it because it would take too long to do this video, but I will be doing individual videos for some of the packs, so I will go into the instrument side of it then. See what we can get. Right, synth pad. Let's try this one instead. Aqua. So like I said, it's dead easy to use. You can just, I mean, and obviously you can preview these as well. So yeah, so let's. So like I said, with instruments, you've got a different set here. So you've got layer edit, mixer, modulation macros, and arpeggiator. So like I said, you've got the macros are obviously all independent to the instrument. So you've got low pass, air. So yeah, so that is basically what the instruments are like. And like I said, the loop packs are really good in this one. Like I said, the intro was using Transatlantic, so I'll not go over any more of those. I will do maybe a separate video. The other good one I liked is Downtime. So it is kind of lo-fi. Find focus or zone out with these loose beats, jazzy bass lines, chill tones, and plush effects. Anyway, let's try Blue Strings. It's quite nice, I think. So you kind of get a lot of kind of guitars and kind of some kind of nice, and then you get kind of. So it's really cool for lo-fi, and I do like the graphics on this one. Some of the graphics are brilliant. I've just noticed there's a little dog. I hadn't noticed that, but there's a dog sleeping there. We'll play a better sample, so you can see it's reversing from the wherever the playhead is, and then you've got your DNA, which is chopping up the sample, different speeds, and then you've got your repeaters. So there's always quite a lot of repeaters. It just depends on, like I said, each pack has got a different set of these modulators. So Downtime, that's quite nice, Blue Strings, and then By the Fire. You know, some nice detuned piano. So you can see they're really nice, these Downtime ones, if you want to do a bit of lo-fi. The tempo always defaults to 120, which is a bit annoying. It doesn't kind of adapt to the... So we go back to lines, you can see it should give you a tempo in each one. So it says 60 to 80. I mean, most of these will be between 60 and 100, I would think. Yeah, 80 to 100. So it's a bit of a shame that when you download the pack, it doesn't kind of adjust. So if you go to say Catnap, and it will stay at 120, it doesn't adjust that to the kind of somewhere within the range. So I think I wish they could kind of try and do that so that it'll adjust, because like I said, you would need to keep adjusting these down for each one. So we'll take this down to 100 and we'll just see. It should sound a bit better. And like I said, you could be down at 90 or 80 or whatever. So you just have to click it down and, you know, find something that you like. Because for instance, Warehouse, I was up at 128 instead of the 120 that it defaults to. So yeah, I said these are lovely. So I will be doing a video on this line as well. And the next probably best one is Pressure. That is adrenaline fueled drum and bass, complex breakbeats, sparse subs, and industrial synths. So there's 24 loop packs, 24 instruments, and 360 samples. So there's plenty of stuff there to keep you going. Or let's bump it up to, we'll put it back up to 120. See what it sounds like I can't remember what drum and bass normally is. It should be higher. Is it higher than a 120? Is it 130? I can't remember now. Actually. We'll put it up at 130. said, it's really good. I love using the packs rather than the instruments. I think I don't know. It's really good fun just playing around with a couple of packs and creating a track. Well, that's it. If you watch my seven tracks in 7 days video, you can see how I put together the tracks using kind of like 3 or 4 different lines and 2 or 3 different loop packs, and it is pretty good. So yeah, so I like Pressure as well. Then it goes on to ARPs, Pop Underground, and jukebox vocals. So Pop Underground is shape the future of alternative pop with these dry drums, analog synths, and exquisite guitars. So you've got 31 loop packs and 21 instruments. And let's just see samples. 465 samples. Jesus Christ, that's quite a lot of samples. I'll just preview some of these. Yeah, I've only did one. So let's try Imposter Syndrome. So that sounds great. And another one for luck. So I mean, it's alright. It's not really one that I would probably use, but so that is the main new lines over the last kind of year and a half. So as usual, if you are enjoying the videos, please like, subscribe, comment and share, and I will see you in the next one. Bye for now.